Greetings, my name is Hyacinth Myers and I am the founder of Empower 7 Women's Personal Development Programme. I am talking to you this week about Carers Week. So in the UK, we have National Carers Week, and the theme for this year is about making carers visible. For me, I will just be talking briefly for about 5 minutes about what that is and why it's important. The reason why I'm talking about the subject today, even though you know my focus is helping women to overcome adversity, I myself am an unpaid carer, a parent carer of a child with special educational needs and disabilities. And for many of you out there who don't know, black carers make up 500,000, I think it is 500,000 carers in the UK, saving the economy a staggering £7.9 billion a year. The services for black carers especially are much less than white carers, even though black carers far outweigh their white counterparts. So even though Carers Week celebrates all carers, for me, because race is now on the agenda again, I'm actually just going to be talking briefly about how it's affecting us as carers. So I have a number of people that I know. I worked on a carers forum, first of all, actually in Hackney for a few years, a parent carers forum. So there were a huge amount of parent carers who were from backgrounds, black backgrounds, and other ethnic minorities. Also, I work and have been part of Hackney Carer Centre, who are fantastic, who actually incorporate and do work with all carers. For those of you interested, I will be doing a short talk this Thursday at 11 a.m. on Instagram. So I'll put the details below for that. And for many others, I know that there are a lot of carers out there, especially who are getting no support. I'm an unpaid carer, so I don't get no financial support anyway. No support really with services. Many carers don't. I mean, I'm lucky. I use Hackney Carer Centre and any other voluntary or charitable organisation that I find that's useful for me. But there are lots of people out there doing their caring roles, fitting it in between work, suffering usually with their health, because the main thing for most carers, but especially for black carers, is that they end up with a lot of health issues, only simply due to caring takes over their life, actually, a lot of the time. And I think for all carers, caring takes over their life, but because of the lack of services, it actually means that black carers find it harder to access services, therefore making their own health suffer. For me, I actually think that being a carer, I've been a carer for 14 years now for my son, who was born severely prematurely. He was a twin, and we lost his brother when he was 3 weeks old. And he came home on oxygen, as well as had a number of operations and illnesses. Now, thank God, he's only got problems with working memory, processing difficulties, dyslexia, dyspraxia, and dyscalculia. So it is not as severe as it could be. I do have friends who have children who are wheelchair bound, who need 24-hour care. Other parents who have got children who are severely autistic, who need a lot more support. So I am actually blessed in a way that I'm able to have my small business. I know some carers who their life is caring, solely caring. So today, really, I just wanted to talk about maybe thinking about self-care things to support you in your caring, but also just to remember to reach out to organisations that are there. I know in most areas you have a local carer centre, to find out who they are. I also get support from the London Buddhist Centre, who are fantastic. They work mostly with carers in Newham, but they do work with carers in Tower Hamlets and Hackney as well. There are a number of other local voluntary groups that you can look up in your area. And there are the Carers UK main website that you can go to, and Carers First. So there are a number of carers organisations. I think it's probably worth looking, Googling what black carers organisations there are or culturally specific, because there are a range. But we know with, especially before this pandemic and also during this pandemic, we're going to have a lot of businesses and services that are going to completely stop and cease really because of it. So for me, I'm just going to say to you, think about 3 things you can do for self-care. As a carer, I make sure that I have time to meditate every day. I have to. And I think with many of us, being in lockdown means that we are spending 24 hours mostly in our house, if not out for short walks. And with a child with special needs, usually they are with you anyway. To find something that you can do by yourself, whether it's reading, meditating, journaling, knitting, whatever it is, the hobby that you enjoy. The second tip is actually just to make sure that you have your clear strategy or plan for who is going to be supporting you during this time. That's whether it's actually friends or whether you do have contact with social services, social care, or whether you have external carers come in to support you with your child, adult, whoever you're caring for, whether you have respite, what those services are doing. But it's actually really key, at least at the beginning of the month, if not now during this pandemic, every 2 weeks, to sit down and strategically plan what is happening with the person you're caring for. And the third thing is actually just to make sure that you are getting your voice heard. So find places where you can actually have support and join groups who have also carers. Now, obviously, most of that stuff is moved online, but this is probably the perfect time for you to actually reach out and get support where you have the safety of being behind the camera rather than in front of people. For me, all I'm going to say to you is enjoy Carers Week. There are a number of activities planned, so look it up wherever you are, whatever borough you're in. Also, because everything is being done remotely, you're going to have access to much more events. So look those up on probably Eventbrite is a good place to start. And also just to remember that things do actually get easier. Caring is an adversity and it takes up a lot of our time. So yeah, for now, just take care of yourself. Remember to put your posts and tags on social media if you use it, making carers visible. And just remember, let people know that you are a carer. Take care for now, stay blessed, and I look forward to connecting with you. Bye.